Okay, so we're still above last year's high, cracking into October 18's structure. Substantial impulse on the weekly into new relative highs. The daily shows quite bullish structure. We're currently below, actually now, a two-day structure. And the overnight, the yesterday's profile was a B profile, point of control low in the profile, indicating lower exploration. The overnight actually did that. So the overnight profile is very balanced. Starts with a sell-off with a neutral point of control, so we've left yesterday's range, opening up lower out of range. The weekly, Friday, we failed at the upper KEYLVN and pushed through the point of control, testing it from the underside and continuing to the lower KEYLVN before closing. So the current price indicates that a likely test of last week's point of control should yield a bounce short. If so, we may have put in a high list last week that will hold. Breaking above that point of control will mean that we'll attempt a test of last week's high. Currently balancing the lower KEYLVN of last week with a point of control that's moved lower. We're likely to open in an LVA, so I'm expecting a lot of balance before the move gets underway. The expected move in a bull market would be a test up to the previous point of control HVN at 17.059 and then test below us at 1685 would be the other alternative. We will open lower out of range, so we're looking for a reversal impulse to the buy side to get aboard and a run up to yesterday's point of control. If that fails, or we get immediate movement down, then we're looking for 1685 to be tested. That said, I'm 100% expect the auction to impulse both ways until we hold the mid, and then that's the most likely direction. Now, what'll take me off that on the short term, normal day short, a low and a lower low. You know, I've got to respect that we're selling. You know, I can't trade what's not there. I got to trade what's there. So, just quick glance at the weekly to give us a sense of it. You can see that we impulsed up here. I thought 85 was going to be our developing point of control from 66, and then what we ended up doing is moving up through it, pushing off, creating a point of control here, extending to the upper KEYLVN, pushing back through, testing it from the underside, and now we're through, and we're open up in this LVA, which is why I think we're going to go both ways.
Big commodity news here in Azerbaijan's oil output coming in at 37.5 million.
Looking at the weekly, or the daily rather, we're opening up in a gap, which is my least favorite thing to do, but it's usually the situation is that if it doesn't go right away, if it doesn't move right away, it's going to balance for a while. So that's something I do know, and those are my rules. So I'm going to try and I'll take my first trade, and then if it doesn't hold, then most likely we're going to balance for a while until the move gets underway. And that's the route today.